Alright, this is going to be my first Innistrad booster draft. It's pre-release time and yeah, I'm quite excited. I have to get familiar with this format, but uh, I tried some draft on online bestiaire and I watched some of the videos others posted, so I hope I'm prepared at least a bit. Alright, here we go. Let's size this up. Sturmgeist. Number of cards in your hand. This can be a quite big flyer. I also like blue for this stitch drakes and makeshift zombies. Geist Catcher would be 2 for 1 removal stuff. Harvest Pyre, of course, is removal. Removal is always good. I would pass only one good or better red card. X damage to target creature. Flyer as big as cards in my hand. Well, I fear in the end I won't have too many cards in the hand when I play a 5 mana spell. So I go with the removal here. I also could have used the Geist Catcher and stayed color open. Tribute to Hunger. There's the makeshift mauler I talked about just a moment ago. So I could have taken the stitched zombie flyer and the makeshift mauler. Now I could follow up with a Geist Flame, but I have the feeling many players are drafting red. Well, this pack, obviously the rare was taken, which could have been anything. So that's not necessarily a signal that the player to my right is drafting red. Well, the makeshift mauler... for the moment I stay in red. Yeah, but the red is getting more and more unexciting. So I have to think about a secondary color. Well, the Grizzled Outcasts are big and they are somewhat splashable. Of course, the Orchard Spirit is interesting too. Evasion with a nice equipment might be okay. But, and the Boneyard Worm, this can get quite big. Of course, these effects here, exiling cards from the graveyard, are non-synergetic with the Boneyard Worm. So I take the Grizzled Outcast. Let's see if we can get some big greens. Or such tricks as Ambush Viper. Okay, so far I did not get vampires. This is also a very nice spell. What about this shepherd? He's intimidate, so he's got evasion too. For humans also the pitchfork might be interesting with first strike and +1/+1 if it's the human. Ambush Viper can be okay. or should I be in black? I don't know. Okay, green seems to be the color of choice here. Oh, werewolf creatures +1/+0 and trample. So they are already werewolves when they get on the battlefield. And regenerate all werewolves. So that might be a good card to take, and then some more wolves. Only werewolves, not normal wolves. Regenerate all werewolves, yeah. +2/+2, only once a turn, that's okay. But I think I'd take the full moon and try to build a werewolf deck with some red removals. Maybe we get a more to the hell, or whatever it's called, and other stuff, or blasphemy. Curse of the Nightly Hunt. Spirit or enchantment. Oh. So I think it's about this combat trick or the curse, which forces my opponent's creatures to attack each turn and gives me options to block profitably. On combat tricks, the problem is they shouldn't be so expensive, like 3 mana. More removal. This is non-synergetic with the exiling of cards from my graveyard, so I stay with the exile theme. Naturalize would be welcome too, but I think Harvest Pyre is a solid removal spell, so I take that. Traitorous Blood. Why not? And I'm not sure if there are sacrifice spells in green. Sacrifice and red and green. So so there are only sacrifice outlet spells in red so far. But well, I think this mask is a nice card. Giving this hexproof and additional +1/+2 seems better for me than Act of Treason and maybe no sacrifice outlet. So this early creature, which won't be too big in my deck, or the boar, which can be big, but it's not human, it's not werewolf. I take the boar. Search a land. This card is actually quite good. It untaps all the creatures. Search a land, put it in your hand. Then I take the card which goes with my deck. This could be removal spell too. But I think I gave this creature a chance. Oh no, I take the Prey Upon. Because, as I stated, the creature does not work well with my deck. And why not? I pick these cards to signal that those colors are taken. Foil land. I don't play the Gnaw to the Bone. I think I'm not going to play a Harvest Pyre. Not sure. No, the Harvest Pyre was not what I meant. What was I thinking? I don't know. The Prey Upon, maybe. Manor Gargoyle. Loses defender and gains flying. This guy is quite a solid rock. It blocks anything on the ground, and it gets big and flies in. This bat is quite the same in black. Oh, I love this unblockable, and giving him a Butcher's Cleave sounds nice. Oh, more of the hell. Which is better, a Manor Gargoyle or a Maw of the Hell? I would hate to play against a Maw of the Gargoyle, of this, what is it, Manor Gargoyle? Well, I could kill a Manor Gargoyle with a Pyre. Oh, this is a kill everything. And I take this dude. If a creature dies, you gain life. That's not too exciting, I think. The Neonate is bad. It dies quite quick. So, human werewolf, creature werewolf. Human werewolf, creature werewolf. Oh, this I won't play. Not sure if the pitchfork is what I need in my deck. But it gives first strike, which is solid. What else is in this pack? Not much, so I take the pitchfork. Yeah. This exiles a creature, but it's small enough to be killed by removal spells. Oh, a creepy doll, another indestructible creature. And it's got 50% death touch. Target non-creature. Oh, this is also nice, especially if you got some Act of Treasons or whatever they called in this release. First striker, Blazing Torch, but I think the creepy doll. 2 damage, repeatedly 2 damage, sacking a creature. Kinder Catch would be welcome too, if it comes back, if it wields. Yeah, but the creepy doll is what I want. So, this blade does some nice attacks. Of course, this is a annoying creature on my opponent's side, and this devils can be nice too. Orchard Spirit would be welcome too. I might need some more creatures. And this creatures? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the bell of the blade of the devils. I think I go with creatures, but then I did take the devils. The tormented pariah is big. Another werewolf. And Apart from the dagger that might be interesting, I don't see anything else. It's an uncommon, okay. Stitch's Apprentice is quite good. Triggers all kind of morbid stuff and... Well, but I'm not playing blue, cause I ditched the Drake and the makeshift Marauder. So I go with the Blazing Torch, which is additional removal and evasion for my dudes. It also is cheap as a cost and one equip. So did I take any removal? No, I didn't take any sacrifice outlets, but still, seeing no other really good spells, I take the Scarecrow, and not the Traitor's Blood. I was thinking about the Scarecrow is not as good as I thought in the beginning. This -1 to the opponent's flyers is mostly irrelevant. So yeah, take the Traitorous Blood. Here I could take this Vampires. I have a Vampire Pump spell. Maybe I could think about adding a Vampire theme too. Or the Furor of the Bitten. But I really... Why do I only get 5-drop creatures? I really miss some more creatures, I started to say. +2/+2 is quite huge. Yeah, but I take the creature. I think this artifact removal and exactly my colors is what I need. Might even play it main deck, but for now I hide it. Okay, a defender. This guy isn't bad. 5/4 trample. Human soldier. Maybe I should hate that. I don't really want to play against it. Okay, the Kindercatch came back, so I have at least one 6-drop. Yeah, I don't exactly want to fill up my graveyard. So again, I don't want to fill up my graveyard. By the way, is this recording? Seems like. So I hate this. Burning Vengeance. So I'm not going to cast any spells from my graveyard, as it looks. Then again, okay, let's see what the last pack holds for us. Some more werewolves, or a human root which drops in some wolf creatures. This is a block. This is big, this guy. What else in this pack? Travel preparations is not too bad. Makeshift Mauler. Yeah, but the casting Cage Breakers is exactly what I needed. 21 cards, a bit ugly mana curve. I could use a mana acceleration guy. Put a +1 counter on each guy. But this is another werewolf pump. That's interesting too. Rage thrower if guys die. So that would be a sacrifice outlet, but it's unlikely to have both spells in the hand, the Traitor's Blood and the Infernal Plunge. The Wolf is okay too. I think it's between this Township and the Full Moon's Rise. For the Township I would have to splash white mana, but I have one Land Search. But this is good for all of my werewolves, and I already have 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Well, is it only 3 werewolves so far? Maybe I should have taken the land. Village Cannibals. Target creature can't block. I think that's not not uninteresting. So, but I have to look again. I have 1 werewolf, 2 werewolves, 3 werewolves. Only 3 werewolves so far. Okay, I hope I see at least another one. And I take the vampire so far. Okay, another Harvest Pyre. Rakish Hair. I have already 1 or 2 vampires, don't I? Okay, so far only 1. This ain't a werewolf, no. This, okay, 2. I have already 2 vampires. Another Kindercatch. I don't think so. Those Typhoid Rats are annoying. Naturalize would be nice too, but I need more dudes, and Vampire sub-theme seems okay. Another Mask, but I already have 3 artifacts. On the other hand, okay, there's a Boar, which would be a 4-drop, which would be welcome. Claustrophobia is annoying, but I don't think I want another Mask. So, and I need the dude. Now I have 13 creatures, which is starting to get okay. This dude is fine too. Okay, the Butcher's Cleave would be interesting also. 1 human, 2... That's not human, no. 3... 4... 4 humans. I don't think the Butcher's Cleave is doing so much good for me, so I take the dude. Oh, and a Tormented Pariah. This is a gift for my deck. Another very big human creature werewolf. 4-drop, I need that. I don't have spells from my graveyard, but this is fine too. I could play another Kindercatch as a 6-drop, 6/6 for sure. But I think the 3/3 that grows with every creature my opponent plays for 5 mana is better than the Kindercatch. Creatures can't block, and I get in with my big dude. That might be a trick. And it has flashback. Could also produce some zombies, but I don't think it's too interesting. I don't have really evasion, so the Inquisitor's Flail is not exactly my spell. And as I realized just, I will have problems against flyers. Creatures you control get plus. Well, I have a bunch of humans if they're not transformed, so I think I want this amulet. I will be destroyed by flyers. Okay, this is definitely going in my deck. And there's a Kindercatch, but maybe I want Naturalize at this point. Some more sideboard option, or maybe main deck also. I think I would play it main deck. Alright, let's see, let's build the deck. Let's throw in some cards. There's Flame, Removal, Fire, good guy. Okay, removal for artifacts. Nice trick. Nothing. Don't think so. Fires. Maybe. Big guys. Vampires. Good guy, good guy. Spell to search up land. Put this on the top. Some kind of removal. There's full moon rises for the werewolves. Good guy, good guy. I think I really need this trick. One naturalized main deck. I'm not going to play those. Creature card in your graveyard, no. Dudes, dudes, dudes. Good dude. Well, something I threw in. Not sure about these boars, or if I play both. I think this is good, this is good. Oh, those two guys have to get into. Okay, I have to make some cards. 17 creatures. I don't need to play 17 creatures. I'm not sure about those Festerhide boars. Think how many werewolves I do have now. 1. That's no wolf. 2, 3. 4. For 4 werewolves, I would throw in 1 full moon's rise, I guess. I have so many options here. Okay, I don't think I need the curse. I don't think I need the mana search, cause I play only 2 colors and I hope I can consistently draw my colors. I didn't want to play those boars, I have already enough creatures. Pitchfork seems interesting. The prey upon would be combat, no, not combat trick, would be more removal. So let's count how much removal I've got. Okay, this is a non-creature spell, maybe I don't want to play the main deck. Removal, this trick. vampires, werewolves. Well, this is the least exciting creature I'm playing. But it's a vampire, which gets pumped by the rakish hair. So 1, 2, 3 removal spells is not very much, especially as I am vulnerable to flyers. So I could play a Prey Pawn as another removal spell. Or the combat trick, when I get in with my vamps. This pitchfork is actually nice on my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 humans. Is it better than a mask? Which gives hexproof and makes the creature untargetable. I think not, because I can save my or can make my creatures tough enough to attack into crowded board situations. But I'm thinking about adding the pitchfork anyway and removing another non-creature spell. But I do not have too many non-creature spells. I have the Moon Mist. Well, I have more humans than werewolves. So I could remove this, leave this in, and use the pitchfork. Yeah, I don't really want to transform those guys if they carry a pitchfork. So this is 23 cards. Let's check the stats. 3.22. That's not as high mana cost, not as high average mana cost as I was expecting or as I feared. So I'm okay with that. Suggest 10-7. No, I wanted to check the colors. I have red and double red quite early, but I need to get to triple green at some point. I have quite a lot non-colored spells, so I would make the split a bit more even. I think that's fine. And I submit and see you guys in round 1.